you're using an iPad and still jumping between different apps for, let's say, notes, to-do list, planning, or journaling, then this video might change everything for you. Today, I'm going to introduce you to one such app known as Notion, a powerful all-in-one productivity app. I will show you what it can do, why so many people swear by it, and how you can install and start using it right on your iPad. Okay, so here you can see my iPad screen, and let me quickly jump into App Store. So I'm gonna type here App Store and let's search for Notion. So I'm gonna click here on the search button and I'm gonna look for Notion, and now let's hit OK, and there we go. So here on the right hand side we can see this Notion app. So I'm assuming that you are opening it for the first time. So here in your case you may get this kind of option which says get, but since I already have installed it in past and I just uninstalled it for this video, so that's why it is showing me this cloud option. So simply here we need to tap on this cloud, or in your case it might be get, and then it will ask you to enter your credential, and that's how guys we can install a Notion in our iPad. Now before I open the Notion, so let me quickly give you a brief of what is Notion and what we need to expect out of it. So Notion is like a digital Lego for productivity. You can build whatever you need. A simple note, a task list, a planner, or even a project dashboard, all in one place. And I would say it worked beautifully with iPad's touch interface. So now let me hit here open, and this is how the welcome screen, or I would say the starting interface, look like whenever we are opening Notion for the first time. Now here what we need to do is we need to use any ID, whether you would like to use Google or let's say Apple or Microsoft. I would suggest you to use one universal ID. Let's say you would like to use Notion in, let's say, a Windows device or Mac device. So in that case, I would like to prefer the ID that I use in all across platform. In my particular case, it is Google. In your case, it may be different. So I'm gonna go ahead with Google. So I would say this is totally up to you. If you would like to go with Apple, go ahead and create your account. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna choose an account, and intentionally I'm gonna choose an account with whom I did not created anything. And now here, let me click here on continue. Again, it is asking in Notion if you want Notion to send notification. So if you think that it would be very important for you in your day-to-day life, then you can allow notification, or you can choose don't allow. So again, it is totally up to you. Now since we are opening Notion for the first time, here we are seeing this kind of interface. It is asking us how do you want to use Notion, and then here we're gonna see 3 categories. So based on what you want to do with Notion, you can choose. So maybe in my particular case, I would like to go with for personal life, or maybe if you are a school student, you can choose the second option, and so for the work. So I'm gonna go with for personal life. Then let me hit continue, and then again I would say even though whatever option you choose, you're gonna get entire suite of Notion. So you do not need to worry about, oh, what if I choose, let's say, personal, or I'm gonna get a less amount of feature than work. It's nothing like that. Maybe you're gonna get certain templates, and then those templates are already available in Notion library. Now again, another question, how do you want to use Notion, with others or by my own? So this also talk about one more capability of Notion, which is you can collaborate with your team members and then can work on a certain project. Or if you just want to use by yourself, you can choose second option as well. So in this case, I'm gonna go with the second one, which is on my own, and then let's hit continue. And then here is another question, which is what are some area of interest? Select as many you want. So here again, you can choose area of interest, whatever you want, and then we can click on continue. So what it will do is it will try to give us certain templates based on that. And then here you can see, Notion is giving us some essential tip, like how we can drag and drop and then can check certain option, especially in case of to-do list, and how we can check certain option and mark them as complete. Now let me click again on continue, 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 and so on. And there we go guys. Here we can see we have successfully configured our Notion, and this is how your dashboard look like. So you can see this first one is getting started on Notion. So let me quickly give you a quick glimpse of what actually it is, because sometimes Notion have tons of features that can actually overwhelm or confuse somebody who is just starting with it. So since this one is getting started, I'm gonna talk about the enough content that will make you feel right on spot. I'm not going to overwhelm you. So let's only talk about those things, okay? So if I talk about this interface, so this is how the Notion dashboard look like. And then on the left hand side here, we can see we have got this search option. We have got this home button that will, take us to home. And then we have got this inbox option. Okay, so inbox option is more for those users who are collaborating with each other. And then we can see we have got this private, and then here what you see is Notion templates. And Notion is famous for their template, because the template is the thing with the help of whom you can do many things. Okay, so for example, this getting started, which we were just watching, is also a template. And not to worry guys, I'm going to show you how you can create one such. Okay, so here is one template which is getting started on mobile. Then there is this project planner template. Then we have got this journal template. So what does this template shows? This template shows the capability of Notion, how beautifully you can use it. So all these templates shows the capability of Notion, okay? So everything here you see is built inside Notion. Okay, so these templates are, I would say, more of just a demonstration of the capability of Notion. So in this way, we can see the templates. And then since Notion asks us what are our area of interest, so based on that, here we can see certain templates are populated. So let's say, I would like to work on a project. So I can actually choose this existing template, which is project planner. And now what I can do is I can simply change the content here. Let me write here, for example, iPad project. And now what I can do is, let's say this template suits my need. I can customize it based on my need, and then I can change the content here, and then I can use it to, follow my iPad project progress. Okay, so we just talked about template. Now let me talk about what if I would like to start from scratch. So in that case, what we need to do is let's actually hide these templates, or even I guess we can delete them by tapping here on these three dots and then clicking on move to trash. So this is what I'm gonna do if you think that all these templates are of no use for you and actually making you more confused. Okay, so what I did here is I deleted everything. Okay, and then obviously you can go here in trash and then can see if something you would like to undo. Okay, now I'm gonna again hit here on home, and then let's click here on new page. So as soon as you click here or tap here on new page, we can see how this look like. Now the first thing here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tap here on the upper side, and then let's click here on add new icon. So here you can choose any icon. For example, I'm gonna use this particular one, or maybe here you're gonna see more graphic rich icons instead of simple smiley, and then you can also see them in different colors. Or for example, you would like to upload your own icon, that option is also there. Simply need to click on upload, and then you can go here on photo library, or even you can take your camera and use it. Now I'm gonna choose this particular icon, and then I also would like to add a cover image. So here you can see it already suggested me one such, but maybe I would like to change it, and then I'm gonna go with this one. So that's how you can customize certain functionality of page. Now this is, we just did some view customization. Now let's tap here on new page, and then here I'm gonna give it a name. For example, iPad Essential roadmap. Okay, so let's say I'm thinking of creating roadmap for the iPad Essential, where I'm gonna see what value I can add to my viewers day-to-day life. So I'm gonna say iPad roadmap. This is the project that I am working on, and now let's hit return. And as soon as we hit return here, we can see there is a certain placeholder which talk about either we can write or we can press space for AI stuff. So the Notion is also powered by AI, and then we also have option of this /. So if I press here /, you're gonna get Notion element. So that is actually the power of Notion, which make it so powerful. So let's say, we just started this page. I would like to add heading here, and let's go with heading 1. So I'm gonna say roadmap, and seems like on the top I only wrote a road. So I'm gonna type roadmap for, let's say, 2025. Okay, and then let's click here on return, and this time I'm gonna start with some kind of brainstorming. Okay, so let me type here brainstorming, and then again if I tap here, since here you can see I just wrote a word, or you can say a paragraph. You always can change this paragraph to something else. All you need to do is you need to again tap on it, and then again here I'm gonna search for it. Okay, so let's say that this is heading number 2, so I'm gonna select H2, and now you can see I changed this paragraph, or these two sentences, which is brainstorming ideas, to heading 2. Okay, so this way guys, we can add different types of element here. Okay, so again this time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna again select forward slash, and maybe I would like to add a to-do list here. Okay, so I'm gonna say to-do list, and now I'm gonna think of what ideas I'm gonna add here. Maybe ideas related to productivity, then maybe idea session related to AI, and so on. And let me again press or tap on return in my keyboard, and let's actually talk about AI, because with the help of AI, actually it really have elevated the experience that we have with Notion. So in order to access AI, what we need to do here is we need to simply tap or press space. When we press space here, now we are in AI mode, I guess. Now let me type here create roadmap summary for iPad topics on YouTube. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna create a roadmap summary for iPad topics on YouTube in my, let's say, brainstorming ideas session. Okay, now what I'm gonna do here again is I'm gonna tap here on this plus, and then I'm gonna click on ask AI. Okay, so it seems like here in case of iPad, it doesn't work the way it worked in case of desktop. So if you want to see Mac specific tutorial of this Notion, then do check out our other channel, the Mac Essential, where we have created videos specific to Mac. So again, the link you can find in the description of this video. Now let me actually select this whole thing, and I'm gonna cut, and let's click here on this AI, and I'm gonna ask this from AI. Okay, and now let's hit OK. So let's see what it come up with, and there we go. So here we can see the complete roadmap summary. We ask AI to create, and AI have created. So AI is asking me to let's make something related to iPad productivity, something related to creative work, and there is a comparison, also accessories, and so on. There is so many things here. And then let's say I love this, I can click on accept. You do not like it, you can click on discard. You can also click on insert below. Let's say I liked it, I can click on accept. Okay, now since we are using the pre version of it, still you're gonna get some of AI capability, but let's say you would like to go with more advanced capability or unlimited access, and then you can tap here on the left hand side which says upgrade plan, and then here you can see the different plan of Notion AI that I'm gonna say you can check out more info. But in short, I'm gonna say the plus plan unrestrict you in terms of unlimited file upload and other capability that Notion always have. Then in case of Notion AI, that lets you search, generate, analyze, and chat using some of great model available out there in the market. For example, OpenAI, ChatGPT, or Cloud.ai. Now you can have both using Plus and Notion, and you can also have both the capability, which is Plus and AI. Totally depend on you and your use case scenario. What I would recommend you, since we are just starting Notion, I would simply click here on close, and I will focus on analyzing or assessing whether it is really useful for me, or what kind of value these features will add to me, so that I can see the return on investment for the amount it is asking us to pay. So I would say still Notion is a great tool or software even without AI. So I would say it is totally up to you. You can start it by using like this, and later on you can think of if it makes sense for you to upgrade. Okay, so this is how my page look like. It now have got certain content that we have created, certain element like heading, and then to-do list that we have created manually, and then we can always drag and drop them and can place the way we want. So I just dragged it, and then I just tapped on it, and then simply drag it using my finger, and then I place it here next to ideas related to productivity. So you're gonna have all these kind of customization, and all you need to do is you simply need to tap on the free space and then tap on this plus, and probably I would like to add a separator here. So I'm gonna add this divider. So here you again can see how Notion AI is smart enough. I wanted divider or separator, and then I was writing separator, but still I got this divider. because I would like to keep this particular category different and then this category is different. So here maybe again, you can simply tap and then can add another AI element. For example, let me type heading here and then I'm gonna say roadmap. Okay, and then this is my roadmap. Now again, here you can see this is the list that start with 1 2 3, and here again I would like to add a divider. So it is that easy, guys, and then there are ton of Notion element available that going to make your overall experience really great. So here we can see we have suggested or recently added one. That's so nice because sometimes we add certain element too often. So if we find those element on the top of the list, that's super. Then here we can also see we have got these basic element, and some of prominent are headings, bullet list, to-do list, call out, table, divider, and so on. We also have option to link to page to internally connect or internally link different pages. Then here we can also see the AI specific option, which again I'm gonna say elevate your overall experience. If you really want to save time and want to elevate your productivity, I'm gonna say really this is awesome. Then we have got these media related option, and then if you see the database, really you can do lot many things with the Notion database. Not only we are creating a table here, but you can also perform certain calculation, which I would say is really powerful, that we also saw in our template. So in this way, guys, we can create pages and can customize it with all these powerful building blocks available in Notion element. Okay, and let's say if you are collaborating with your colleague, maybe in that case you may also use @ and you can select or mention that person and can write this is the thing that one or the mentioned person need to work on. Okay, in this way you can also see how easy it is to collaborate with a colleague. So in this way we can mention someone and collaborate with our team members. Now let me also talk about one very nice and powerful element which I use a lot, which is Kanban board. So here we have just press / and now let me look for Kanban board. Okay, so here is the board. Let me tap on it, and then here we can see how this board look like. So here we can see the activities, or the board is arranged in 3 category, which is not started, in progress, and done. So it's totally up to us, how we would like to customize it or would like to keep it. So in this way, guys, you can completely customize the page based on your use case scenario. Now let me again tap here on the top left corner window, that going to make this page full screen. Okay, so here you can see we have used variety of elements here to customize this page, tuning in or optimizing it based on my use case scenario. Okay, you can also make it favorite. You can also add comment or share it with anyone with whom you want. You can also publish it, and then when you publish it, you can see this page as a site on internet. So that's also really awesome, I would say, as we can publish this page and can share it with everyone in internet. So that's really awesome, guys. So that's all, guys, from my side in this quick video or quick tutorial of Notion. I hope that this video will help you in quickly get started with Notion, where we talk about some of major capability of Notion, from how we can download it and optimizing it for our use case scenario using the starting steps, to we discuss about the pre-built templates which one can use to quickly get started, to creating a page from scratch, to several Notion elements including AI, Kanban board, tables, and then how we can publish it to web so that everybody can access it. Hope you like this tutorial. If you have got any kind of question, please do let me know in comment down below. And be sure to subscribe to iPad Essential if you want more such iPad specific tutorial that are going to elevate your iPad experience. And I will catch you soon with one such another video. Till then, you take care and bye bye.